Hello, Little Players Leisure here, and welcome back to some more Destiny 2. Today we're going to be discussing the Season of the Deep review. I'm going to kind of keep this as quick as I can because I am very tired and I have a lot of work to do come tomorrow morning, along with watching the brand new, what is it called? State of the Game that's going to be coming out for Destiny 2. The brand new Arrival, the show, the live stream, all that fun jazz. So I'm going to be watching that tomorrow. Can't wait to see how that turns out. But anyways, moving back on to the real subject at hand. Season of the Deep. And I'm not going to lie, this has to be a very beautiful, fun, and perhaps one of the few reasons Destiny 2 might still be standing at this point of the season. It came out with technically 3 activities, one being Deep Dives, the other one trying to be not stranded. One being Deep Dives, the other one being Salvage, and finally the last activity being the Ghosts of the Deep Dungeon. All 3 coming up with their own loots, as well as their own specific pool, making this truthfully an absolutely wonderful expansion when it comes to loot as well as storytelling. Salvage primarily allowing you to have to constantly dig deeper and deeper and deeper into the underwater location of Titan as its return from the unknown abyss in which it disappeared from, to find more coral in order to help us out with the main story of helping Commander Sloan regain memories and learn as to who the Witness is, what the Witness is planning on doing, and what we need to do to stop the Witness. And frankly, I'm not going to lie, out of that entire sentence, the fact that this was a seasonal story was absolute and utter bullshit. I am not too pleased with the fact that this entire seasonal dialogue was supposed to be explained during what we all was expecting to be during Lightfall. It didn't happen, however, meaning that Lightfall just became an even bigger disappointment of a DLC. And instead, we got the biggest story-wise cinematic explanations told to us via a weekly mission. So I can't really say that I was too pleased with the fact that they saved it up for a story mission instead of an actual cinematic mission told to us via, I don't know, Zavala, Savathun. Heck, I would even accept it if a Callus had given it to us, but no. It was from a mediocre side mission that involved us killing enemies we face off against every day. However, even though I am not pleased that this is how they transported it to us, that this is how they delivered the message to us, that does not mean I'm not happy with the message in the end. The message was swift, beautiful, accurate to the lore, and by all means left us, everyone in the Destiny 2 community, with an absolutely happy and fulfilled feeling. The void in which Lightfall left was now finally filled thanks to Season of the Deep. And not only did it give us an absolutely wonderful cinematic story to follow up with the disappointment that being Lightfall, as well as incredible loot to bring back, as well as regrind for different roles, but it also gave us multiple different activities, being Salvage, something similaristic to Reckoning, where you had to constantly grind for different gear, going deeper and deeper down into the levels of the Abyss, as well as Deep Dives, which was basically helping you face off and charge up against the Hive, trying to dive themselves deeper against the secrets that they're trying to keep away from you. But overall, even then, this season was actually really fun. The Ghosts of the Deep story had led us to an absolutely wonderful dungeon that a lot of people both enjoyed for both day 1 raiders as well as old-fashioned raiders that like to wait a little after the 24-hour circuits so that way they can have some easier findings in the dungeon. The loot for it was absolutely gorgeous, and I can't argue this enough. I wish we would have more RGB armor like they gave us in this dungeon. It was absolutely wonderful, and seeing warlocks, titans, and hunters grind out an entire armor set just that way they can look like a glowing rainbow in Crucible, Gambit, and Strikes is one of the most fun and festive feelings I haven't seen in a while. It's absolutely wonderful. I can't argue about it. And finally, I must say the aquarium as well as fishing were both absolutely wonderful features to add to the game. Now, granted, they weren't necessarily necessary, and I will be sad to say that they are going to have to leave at some point. And I will be sad when they do, because I cannot tell you how many hours I have wasted fishing, not grinding for Battle Pass levels. And the fact that they had at least the kind of hearts to put in mementos from previous seasons, like Callus's bobblehead, the Awoken ley liner tracker, the light spear from season of the Chosen, as well as other things like the hammer from the Hammer of Proving, the Warsat radio con maker. I'm losing my train of thought. It's very late, unfortunately. The Techno Glove that we used to intercept into the Vex network, as well as the bell that would basically allow us to hunt down nightmares. This was an absolutely wonderful and incredible gift to see, especially since we were told, oh yeah, this may be empty, and it may not have a lot of decorations, but you can fill it up with more decorations, and you can fill it up with as many fish as you want. And indirectly telling us, oh, and if you catch these things called exotic fish, you can view them specifically in your very elusive one and only tank directly in the middle of the structure, which I haven't caught all of them, but I have caught a couple. Little guppy, lobster, toad, and one more. He's swimming around here somewhere. I know he is. There it is. A little hammerhead shark we got there. Absolutely spectacular. The season did feel, I can't help but say that every season has been feeling repetitive in the form of dryness when it comes down to congratulations, you've beat the story quest, now what? That really is the one problem that seasonal quests have kind of been leading Destiny 2 into. It leads us into 6, 8, maybe 10 weeks of fun, constantly learning new lore, new facts, having multiple different people speak to us about the story of what's currently going on. But once it's over, then you just kind of sit there and think to yourself, great, now what? Wait for the yearly activity, like the Dawning, Solstice of Heroes, Guardian games, etc. We may have to wait for those just for more story-based activities, but that, again, is only for a temporary time that we won't be able to see again for entirely another year. I really hope Bungie finds a way to truthfully kill off the dry seasons in future DLC and content. However, with that being said, I don't feel like that affected this season at all, especially when they said, hey, let's add fishing to it. Make the game a bit more relaxing. And not to just add fishing to one section of the game, but let's add fishing to 3 separate planets so you can enjoy it anywhere with 3 completely different sets of fish, both exotic, legendary, rare, and even uncommon, making the experience unique at every single location. And I can say I absolutely adored and loved that. What I loved even more was not only the fact that we got to see such gorgeous sights underwater, but the fact that we also got to travel to such underwater locations. And even the side character we got to learn about, Asa. Absolutely wonderful storytelling on Bungie's part, and I honestly cannot wait to say that this game and this season was a definite 9 out of 10, especially for how much lore and basically, yes, repurposed weapons, but the fact that they brought us back not only every single weapon that was from Reckoning, but also made a taken version of them, and making even a good some of them strand weapons was an absolute god roll idea that I cannot argue with. So yes, this season was straight up a 9 out of 10. And the only reason I would dare say it's a 9 out of 10 and a perfect 10 out of 10 was because, yes, the story was fun. Yes, it included a vast selection of characters like Saint 14, Saladin, Zavala, even Drifter, whom we haven't seen since Season of the Haunted. The only problem I would truthfully say that I had with this season was primarily the fact that it gave off 2 activities that were similar to each other in terms of location. It gave us a dungeon, although the dungeon is staying and is absolutely remarkable. The two activities were similar to each other in terms of location-wise, making it a bit dull and making both activities seemingly, why do we have to be here if they're going to give us the exact same rewards? It's like saying, hey, here's Trials of Osiris and here's Iron Banner, except they have the exact same rewards. What's the point of doing either or when in the end it doesn't necessarily matter if you're going to get the same gun in the end of the day? But I will say that does not dampen it too far, especially since, yes, they did give them the same rewards per activity, but they did give them a large sum of rewards with completely different mods per gun. And I can't argue against that did bring up the scores even more. Especially since the armor this season, unornamented, was an absolutely gorgeous variation of a Taken submarine-like thing, to feel like an absolute scuba diver inhaling on whatever you can to survive. And for the ornamented variation, I have to say they outdid themselves again with this silver metallic fish-themed aquatic armor set. Bungie, I don't know how you do it. I really don't, but it's absolutely gorgeous every single time. And I believe that's all I have to say for this Season of the Deep review. Unfortunately, I would love to put some gameplay of Season of the Deep right now. However, again, I am very tired, and I will have more videos out by the end of the week. So that is all for this time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you, Legendary players, in the next video. Bye-bye!